Freedom of expression means that first of all, you have to be in a country that is free for everybody, for you to have that freedom of expression. Freedom of expression also comes with responsibility, especially when you're in a position of power. Whatever you say has an impact on people. So you gotta be really careful. And it's a right that is not for everyone in the world. And the one that have it have to be really thankful and have to use it very carefully. And we all, doesn't matter where we come from, what language we speak, we all have the right to have that freedom of speech. Oh, it happens to me, that's what triggered my exile in France. When the communism regime was in power in Benin, we were allowed to do day and night, even in our private life, when we see our parents or our friends, we have to greet them and say, camarade, call them camarade. Can you come your father comrade? I mean, it was just completely out of place for me. And also as a musician, a singer-songwriter, we were all obliged by the government to write songs about revolution and praising the one in power and the philosophy of communism. I got nothing against the philosophy of communism, but you can't shovel it into my throat. My music has nothing to do with politics. If I want to sing something about with political meaning, it's my choice. It won't be linked to any political party. So I was in a position where if I wanted to continue singing, I would have to stay and do the propaganda music, which I refuse to do. So I have to leave my country. I have to escape from my country. And I know what it means not to have the freedom of speech, because before the communist regime, our house was a free speech zone for every single human being that walked in. And from one day to the other, it just shuttled down. And that is something that is a shock that till today, I look back and give me chills, because I'm like, wow, I could have go to jail because I just want to express my opinion. Until it's happened to you, you don't know. That's why I say when people have freedom of speech, they have to be really thankful and they have to use it very carefully for things that matters, not just to praise hate, division, or violence. That's one of the things that I learned. When it's taken away from you, suddenly you realize that something has been taken really deeply away from you. Not only your mouth, but within your soul, because you are trapped. It's like you are a mouse trapped in a wheel and you're turning around and you can't even call for help. Freedom of speech, when it's taken away from you, that's how you feel. So people have to be careful. Freedom is not something that is to be used lightly. It's a birthright for everybody. But everything that you're born with, that is your right, you have to have the sense of responsibility that goes with it. Words speaks loud, especially when you hurt people with that freedom of speech. It's just like something that we have to really cherish and protect at any cost. Toast to freedom. It's a good way to talk about freedom. You have to toast and celebrate freedom all the time. The first time I heard the song and I knew that Larry Campbell was the one that wrote the song, it brings back memory because he has recorded a couple of times with me in some of my albums, especially the one that won the Grammy. Larry Campbell have played on it, and other songs that I've done for soundtracks. So I've known Larry for quite a while. It's very difficult all the time to write songs talking about freedom, because you have to avoid it for it to sound corny, and at the same time to touch people. And I think that we have succeeded in this song to find the right words to describe our time and the fragility of the freedom that we have today. How we preserve it, how we pass it on to the next generation is expressed very well in this song.